Welcome to Play D&D, where we take your favorite characters and send them on fun new adventures using the power of D&D. I'm Dante, your dungeon master, and this is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, Episode 1.
Hello, my name is Jack, and I'm playing Peter Quill, A.K.A. Star Wars Lord.
Yep, alright.
That's all I know so far.
Okay. I gotta actually get my dice out. I don't have them out of the bags. There we go. Okay. Are you ready, sir?
I'm all ready to go.
Alright. Get like 2 sets out here. Okay. So, we obviously know who Star-Lord is. You used to be part of the Ravagers, obviously. A few years back, you kind of got out. You ended up stealing a ship, which is your ship, the Milano now. And you stole a good chunk of units, which is like the universe's currency. And now you kind of do odd jobs around the galaxy. You are a very popular, well, not popular, wanted criminal.
Still popular, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. With a very high bounty on your head. Both, you have 2 bounties, because you have one from the Nova Corps, who are like the space police, but you also have one from the Ravagers and Yondu. So you're very wanted, just around the galaxy. You have been doing kind of odd job, smuggling and stealing and various things. A lot of it has been for the broker, who is a guy who's like kind of a middleman between people that he's hired for, and then he hires, hired hands, essentially, muscle to go get whatever. He's kind of like a middleman between you and somebody who wants something stolen. So you currently are on a job for him. He primarily works out of Xandar, which is where the Nova Corps are located. He has hired you to steal Nova Corps data from a huge data vault that is in a big facility directly underneath the city of Xandar. So Xandar's a pretty much water world, and with like various smaller islands, like no bigger than the size of, say, like, well, Hawaii-ish. So it's not, it's like kind of like islands no bigger than that, just kind of dotted around the planet. And the one planet, the one island that's big enough, that's the biggest on the planet, houses the city of Xandar. And directly underneath that city, in the water, is a big data facility where Xandar keeps most of, or the Nova Corps keep most of their high-profile data. You have the job of stealing. You have to steal the second container from containment field E3 in orb A3. Wait, no, E4 out of A3.
E3, so E4 out of A3?
Yeah. So essentially, this is what is described to you. Underneath the city are like multiple big orbs, like domes. And each of them has like a number on it, and they're all the places where they house, their data. Inside each of those orbs, lining the walls, are multiple containment fields that are also numbered and lettered. And inside each of those containment fields, there's a shelf with 3 like layers. So like there's the top shelf, the middle shelf, and the bottom shelf. So you need the container from the middle shelf of containment field E4 in orb E3, or A3, sorry.
Orb A3, okay.
Yeah. So right now you are standing on the edge of Xandar, the city, and ready to dive into the water. I'm assuming, unless you want to get something to help you out down there.
Well, I think if I decide to turn back, I can at least look at what I got. So I'm gonna jump in and see. Do I see the orb at this point? Or do I need to go further?
No, yeah, you can see them. Most of the water on Xandar is pretty clear, so you can see down quite a
Right.
few feet. Um, and it's pretty shallow across like the planet as well. So you like dive down, and you kind of like dive down about say like 50 to 100 feet to get past like the foundation
Right.
of the city, and then you like turn and look down underneath, and you see this like system of giant orb buildings essentially just kind of lining the seafloor.
Okay.
It's kind of like the Gungan city from like episode 1, but not glowing or anything. They're just like metal
Interesting.
orbs.
Are they in like a grid order shape pattern, whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, essentially. So like they're in like kind of a cube,
Okay.
like a grid, like you said. And you know that each like row going horizontally is a letter, and then going
Okay,
vertically
so
is
I
like a
can
number.
find it pretty
So
easily. A3.
yeah, and you're coming at it from like the like head on. So you're not approaching it at like Z. You're approaching A. So you can see A3
Okay.
pretty clearly. Um, Let me see if you see
All right.
this. Yep,
It's
you
right
see it.
there.
Um, so outside of yeah, maybe like in your helmet you have like binocular setting or
Neat.
something. So in front of each of the orbs is kind of like just a normal sized door, and that's where they let people in. You see in front of each of the doors to each of the orbs, there are two what you can only describe as mermaids guarding it.
Hmm.
Um, these guys, they look kind of like mermaids. They're called the mer,
No. All right.
and they look kind of like mermaids, except they're you know how normally mermaids are like skin color, like normal human skin color from
Yeah.
like the waist up. These people are blue all the way down, and they have more like fish features.
Okay.
Um, so they have like instead of like hair, their ears and like the back of their head kind of blend into a big fin, and then they have on their elbows they have fins, and then their fingers are
Okay. I can.
webbed. Essentially, they're just blue
All right.
mermaids. Yeah.
I'm probably not going to want to go through
Um,
the front entrance.
yeah. Currently, you don't have anything to get through any other entrance. You do know that on the top of these orbs, maybe you see one coming out of like maybe an E orb or something, or
All
like
right.
an F orb. Um, there are multiple like shipments essentially that come down in the like from Novacore. So they send down like a little starfighter or submarine or whatever, and the top like almost half of these orbs, well, like the top like quarter of the orb like opens up kind of like a hangar bay, and the
Okay.
ship can go in. Um, so that's an option for entry as well.
Yeah. Hmm. I could also probably, unless I make too much noise to try and use my gun and like assassinate the guard.
Yeah. Um, your guns probably aren't strong enough to make an entrance. You'd have to go buy like a
No, I'm
bomb or
thinking
something,
the guard.
which wouldn't be that hard or expensive.
Okay. I'm saying if I want to hit the
Sorry, what'd you say?
guards, I wonder if that would like start way too much. Everyone would know
Oh
where
yeah.
I am at that point. Um, so where the ships are coming from, a certain spot, or
They come from the surface and they kind of go down. Um, if you wanted, you could like spend a little time and learn like
as
the
I was
pattern.
thinking,
Um, every
I'd
do you
I'd
want to do
wait
that?
there and see if I can find out when the A3 one or ones come down.
Okay. Yeah. You spend. Okay. You spend all right about like 4 hours,
Oh,
um,
gee.
just kind of sitting there picking up the system, and every hour, a ship comes down to each of the letters and kind of like goes into each like one number, But then the next hour that same ship comes down to the same letter area, it'll go to the next number. So say the first hour it goes down into A1, the next hour it'll go down into A2. So you can kind of pick up the pattern.
Okay, so where's it at this point?
Odds or evens? No, okay. It's at like 11. These things only go up to 12, so it'll be another like 3 or 4 hours.
All right. Well, I guess I can. Oh boy, I don't know if there's really anything.
You got a little time to do something. I mean, I could just
zoom up or do something. I don't know if I'm really that wanted around places. I probably shouldn't show myself in public.
I mean, I could just fast forward the hours if you wanted. Like, you could chill in your ship or whatever. Or if you wanted to, we could act them out and you could go, like, buy supplies or something. You know, whatever you want.
It looks like I have most of the supplies I'm going to need and not enough money to buy anything really necessary. Yeah, I'm just going
to... Okay.
Come back when it's about to go.
Okay. So you chill for a few hours. You listen to some music or whatever. Also, you have the Walkman and everything on you at all times. So
I have to listen to my Walkman.
Yeah. So you can listen to whatever music.
Jamming
well, not whatever music, classic 70s, but 70s and 80s, but well, not 80s, but yeah. So okay, yeah, you chill for a few hours, and about half an hour, well, like 20 minutes before the one that goes into A3, happens. I'm gonna say you're back in the water.
All right.
So what are you gonna try to do?
I think what I'm going to try and do is get to that one and let's see, what do I have?
Because I mean, like, one option is to like try to grab onto the ship as it goes in, or you could like
if I have
try to stealth up to the orbs.
I don't know what these electromagnets exactly are. Like,
you do
might be able to stick to the metal.
Yeah. So, have you seen Avengers: Infinity War?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you remember the bit where Star-Lord, like, they're fighting Thanos and Star-Lord pulls out the magnets?
I think so.
Yeah. Essentially he like pulls out 2 magnets, puts one on like a rock, and he puts the other one on like Thanos' like face or whatever. Yeah. Those are it. You have 3 of those. Or 2 of those, sorry. So you can hold on to them and just like attach them to the ship or whatever. Like I forgot about those actually. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say having observed, you know where the ships like come into the water at. So you just kind of chill there until the ship comes in. Yep. Okay. So the ship comes in and you just smoothly just kind of place the electromagnet on the hole, and you're good to go. So that starts flying in. Are you on top?
The bottom
or the
is what I was thinking.
Ship? Okay. I just gotta do a perception check for the guards.
Okay.
Nope, they suck. Okay, you're good. So you like the ship like flies down. The doors, the hangar doors to A3 open up, and the ship kind of settles down slowly into it. The hangar doors close, and then the area is pressurized, and the water just gets sucked out.
All
right. What do you want to do? You don't currently see any guards inside the building, but you assume that there are people inside the ship you just stowed away on. So.
Well, I think I'm gonna. Well, let's see. Did the thing like land completely like on the ground or what? Where did that?
Yeah. So about like starting from the top of the orb, about like 3/4 of the way down, there's like a landing platform that is like above the rest of the orb. So you're just on that landing platform.
I'm gonna wait under the thing and see if people come out. So they're sneakily.
Odds or evens?
Even again.
Okay. Nope. Okay. You just kind of wait there, like waiting for something to happen, and then suddenly the part of the ship that you're on is moving, and you realize you're on the the stairs or whatever that move down to open up the rest of the
Oh,
ship.
okay.
Yeah. You.
I'm actually pretty good, I guess. That's a good sneaky spot
Uh,
to be.
yeah. Well, it gets hard to hold on because you're like upside down. So I'm actually gonna do. Um, I'm gonna say you slip a little bit, but you catch yourself because you're like you ended up moving in a way that like the tip of the stairs that goes down
Mhm.
and like touches the floor
Oh,
is near your head, so it's like really hard to hold on. Um, but like you slip a little and like quietly place your hand onto the ground to keep yourself from like
yeah.
falling, and you're good. Um, you hear two sets of footsteps exit the ship, and they start. Um, they step off, walk to your right, and they activate what you assume to be jetpacks.
Okay. Activating them.
What do you want to do
I'm gonna
now?
quietly like stand or get back down or however. So I'm standing, and I'm gonna see if I can see them.
So you're gonna just gonna get off the
Yeah.
ship essentially.
Hopefully those jetpacks are loud enough.
Okay. Um, you suck.
Oh, great.
So you like try to get off slowly, but you slip again, and you like land on the what is it, landing platform, and like clang with your like helmet and your boot jets, and it just kind of make a loud clang. Um, the guards hear something, but they're not quite sure what it was. So, well, I guess you can see one of them. So he starts like looking around, but he's not like and looking at the ship, but he's not sure. He hasn't figured out what it is yet.
All right. Oh, are they armed? Can I tell? Or is the one that I see
Yeah, they have guns.
visibly like?
Well, the one that you see just has like a standard like light blaster. Um, the you don't see the other one. He's in from your field of vision. He's like behind the landing
Okay.
platform, or not landing platform.
I feel like
Whatever
if
the
I tried
stairs,
anything, he'd end
whatever
up
they're
being
called.
like heavily armed with a Gatling gun or something. Oh, oh,
Probably.
let's see. I'm just gonna lay quietly for like 2 seconds and see if he notices. Try not to breathe.
Okay. Oof. Um, you you just kind of like lay down, but you're super obvious. I will be surprised if this guard fails this perception
All right,
check.
great. All right, well, I'm gonna
Yeah, he sees
him
you,
up.
and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he points his gun at you. Um, the other guard, you still don't see,
Right.
but you assume he's pointing a gun at you as well.
Yeah. Well,
As far as you can tell, these are the only two guards in here.
I'm hoping. All right. Well, guess I'm gonna have to aim up here and see what I can do.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm sorry. So with your blasters, you know how Quill has like the each blaster has like two ends. It's like kind of like a U shape, you know.
Yeah.
The top one is like an actual blaster. The bottom one is actually like an electrical like shock damage. So that's to do like non-lethal like stun essentially, and just knock them out without like doing lethal damage. Sorry, I forgot to tell you that. So you have that on
Okay, so
both
that's an
pistols.
option.
Yeah. So it's essentially like if you want to go non-lethal.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to get out of here without making waves anyway. I'll go non-lethal at least. Nice for a minute until the.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna do. Okay. So the guards are gonna go first. The one that you can't see is gonna come into view, and you see that he has a one-handed pistol pointed at you, and in his other hand he has a briefcase.
Ooh.
Are
they like people or MERS?
They're Nova Corps soldiers. So sorry. So essentially they're like Nova Corps guards or whatever. They have a chest piece that is kind of like a crop top where it only covers like the top half of their chest or their upper body. And then they have like the bucket
Yeah.
head type helmet. You know what a Nova Corps officer looks like, yeah. So it's not a briefcase. Sorry. Well, it kind of is. It's like a little container.
All right.
Kind of like more like a toolbox actually, like a bigger toolbox almost. He's going to try to shoot at you, and he's gonna suck so bad that he shoots the ship. And the other guy, who's next, is also gonna take a shot at you, and he, okay,
No.
yeah, he's gonna hit. So he takes a shot at you, and does, if I can find the right die, 2 damage. So.
All right. I mean, it's still a fifth of my health. But,
Yeah, you are not very strong. All right, now it's your
all
turn.
right. So do I get 1 shot per turn? Or if I have 2 blasters, do I get 2 shots?
You can shoot with both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the
If you want.
non-briefcase guy. Or the non-container guy.
Okay, lethal or non-lethal?
Both.
All right. Let's see if you hit. First one hits. No. Yes. Yes, it hits. Second one does not hit at all. So you like bring up your right hand and you like just spot on hit him straight in the chest, and end up doing 7 damage. But then the second one, you're like really quick to bring it up, and so you accidentally fire like as you're bringing it up to point at him, and it just like it hits like a odds or evens.
Even.
Yeah, okay. So it just barely hits in between 2 containment fields and not like actually hitting the containment
Good.
field.
I'm thinking after this, can I like walk around?
What'd you say?
They have like stairs or something, or the place where it opens.
Yeah, you can like hide behind the ship if you want. They are using like jetpacks to kind of like fly, but you also have your boot jets, so you essentially are on even playing fields. Yeah, so you essentially, the one that you shot, you hit him like right underneath the middle of his armor. So you hit him like right in the middle of his upper body, just below his armor. And okay, so it's the guy with the briefcase's turn. Or no, wait. Oh, I'm sorry, I did this wrong. You did non-lethal, right? Sorry. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry. Forgot it was non-lethal. You shoot him and he gets stunned. He falls.
Wait, did he fall a long way?
Not terribly far, but he's gonna take like a D4 of damage, but it's not nearly as much as you did with your lethal.
He's gonna
he takes
wake
like
up
2
with a
damage.
headache.
So
That's okay.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Sorry about that, because I thought you were doing lethal. The second guard, I think he's gonna like start flying kind of around so that the ship is in between you and him, but as he's going, he's gonna take another shot at you. And holy crap, he's gonna hit. He hits your freaking face, man. Dealing 4 damage. What are you on? Ouch.
Okay, so now.
Yeah. He crit success there. So he ends up like he's like moving, but as he's moving, he shoots you square in the face. Your helmet took the brunt of it, and your helmet seems like fine, but you got a little bit like on your neck.
A little bit.
Yeah, it hurt.
I'm mad now.
It's your turn now.
Pop him
The
hard.
other guy's unconscious.
With non-lethal, but I'm still gonna pop him hard.
Okay. Non-lethal,
Yeah,
but really
that's
hard.
okay. I'm aiming for the crotch, just because
Oh
I'm
gosh.
mad.
Crit fail. Okay.
Oh.
You missed both times. So with the first one, which you crit failed with, you just like so you're behind the steps and like you put it up to shoot at him, but you don't realize that the steps are there, and you end up just shooting the steps. And it does nothing. The second one, you shoot at him like, and it goes between his legs, but just barely missing his crotch.
The regular hit.
Yeah. it's his turn, but he's gonna end up moving between you and the stairs. So it's your turn.
I'm just gonna do the same thing. This better hit. I'm gonna be mad.
Okay. So are you just gonna wait for him to come out?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait like. Okay.
Odds or evens?
Even.
Nope. He doesn't come out. You think maybe he's trying the same tactic you are?
I'm thinking of something clever to do, but.
Your electromagnets are really strong.
So if I can throw that down the stairs,
be able to
like
electromagnet
throw it
him.
and like toss it.
Yeah, you might be able to electromagnet him like through the stairs.
I was thinking if I'd like toss it down and see if I can get him with that.
Unless you want to throw it around.
But,
Okay, do you want to just throw it around the stairs?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna throw it and see if I can.
Okay.
See if it pulls
right,
him in, and then I can shoot him. I'll be waiting with.
Are you looking or are you blind throwing?
Well, let's see. How far away would I have guessed that he is when he like moved behind?
The stairs are only about like 3 or 4 feet wide, so they're not super wide. And you assume that he's like directly on the other side of the stairs, so he's not that far away at all.
Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna toss it out to where I can see it. It's somewhat in front of the stairs.
Okay. And you want to see if it like
I'll,
catches him
pull
from
him toward
there?
it, and then I want to see if that works. And if not, then
okay.
He's looking at that for a second, and I can pop
Okay.
her on the other side. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you throw it like precisely where you want it. Oh, and
It doesn't work.
He gets pulled towards it. His like the back of his, well, actually, no, like his right shoulder pad, part of his like metal armor, gets like directly pulled onto that thing, and he's on the floor
there we
now.
go.
He's gonna be prone for his turn, so it's your turn.
turn.
Okay, you want to face him because he still has a
He's
gun.
prone. Oh, he's. So can I? Like,
He won't be
walk
able
up
to
him
shoot
and
this
step on
turn.
his-
So like if you can
Step on the hand
get
that's
him this
holding the
turn, he'll
gun?
be fine.
Or the wrist. I just want to taunt him for a second here.
Odds or evens?
I'm feeling even still. It's gonna be ending really badly. I can tell.
Okay. It's not been going well for you, including this one. Okay, so as you're like walking up, he gets over his surprise and grabs your foot. He's gonna like try to pull it out from under you.
The hand with the gun, or the hand with the pet, or whatever he's got. Container.
Oh wait, well, this is the hand. Well, wait, this is the briefcase guy, isn't it? Yeah. He let go of
Darn it.
the briefcase. You don't know like where it is. You
gun.
assume he like
It's a
set
gun.
it down
Okay.
somewhere. Yeah. So he's got his gun in his left hand, and with his right hand, he like grabbed your foot. But you like immediately shake it
Okay.
off. You could actually get like a free kick if you want.
What? I missed that.
You could like kick him in the face if you want. You get like a free attack.
Do I want to do anything interesting here? Is what I'm thinking.
You could also just
No.
shoot him. It is your turn.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna like take it off and then like walk up close to him, put the gun straight on his forehead, non-lethal. If I miss that, I'm
Okay.
Is that even possible?
Sure. You don't miss it. You don't miss it. But he does get a Constitution save to see if he can shake it off. But he will not.
Good. I'm
at
glad
all.
the last thing you saw was that.
You like shoot it. You think maybe like a second before it hits him, he actually just blacked out from terror.
I hope I did like a.
You're good.
I put my finger to my lips and went shh, and then like hit him or something. Good
Sure.
night.
Yeah, for prosperity's
not?
sake.
All right.
Odds or evens?
Even.
Okay.
Always
Nope.
odd.
Gosh. Okay. You hear from inside the ship somebody go, "Hey!" You turn and you see you can tell the pilot pointing a gun at you. You can tell it's a pilot because he has a little different shaped chest armor and he doesn't have a helmet on.
Good.
He's like, "Hey, stand down."
Does he look nervous at all, or does he look pretty confident in himself?
Odds or evens?
We'll change it up.
So help me if you're getting even. You haven't gotten an even with like 7 of these. Okay, you're good. Yeah. He's like you think he might be like a first day on the job guy. Like he's visibly shaking from this distance. And you're like
Oh,
10 feet
good.
away, so.
Oh, I might want to put mine or something, and like put my hands up and say like, well, can I try and convince him that his guards were trying to steal something and I was protecting him?
Sure? You have to roll a really high
It's
persuasion
his
though.
first day. He
'Cause
doesn't know what's going
you
on.
okay. There's just some dude that sits in this
Well,
place.
I got a tip from someone that.
He doesn't
Oh.
believe you. You rolled pretty low.
Like, is he just nothing? I'm not even close to.
Nope. He's just like, stand
Oh.
down. He's shaking a little more though.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put my. I still have my hands on my guns, but I'm gonna like put them up and start walking towards him slowly. Currently, I'm at 4 health points, and I can't afford for him to hit me.
You're gonna
Very
start walking
slowly.
towards him?
See if he freaks out. Very slowly, but also like not like aggressively. Even though there is aggressive intent.
Okay, yeah. He tightens but doesn't say anything. He just repeats like, stand down.
And just say like, look, I'm not gonna hurt you. Probably keeps repeating it.
He stiffens and he's like, what are you gonna do?
Shoot. Do I get surprised if I do anything? Can I try?
You can try something, but
guarantees.
He'll get a okay. If he rolls high enough, he will like on a. If he rolls high enough, he'll be able to get like a free shot before he can do anything. Well, dang it. There's no like.
Oh, if he's this scared, I feel like I could. If I'm fast enough, pull something on him.
So if you if you roll high enough, you'll be fast enough. But if you don't roll high enough, he'll get a free attack.
Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like quick look over to the right or something. Like I just saw something. It's like a try.
Are you gonna? You're gonna try to pull.
I'm going to pull that on him. It's not gonna be like, hey, look, a unicorn. I'm just gonna like go for real quick, like I heard something, and then
he kind of like glances over there. But
I was gonna
really
say
quick.
As soon as I do that, I'm gonna like aim 1 or 2. I guess might as well go with both.
Okay, non-lethal shoot.
Closer. I'm like 5 feet. What, 5 feet? I don't know.
Yeah, you're about like 5 feet away.
I feel like I will.
Miss, though.
Both of them too.
Are you aiming with both or just
I'm
one?
gonna go with both.
Okay.
Unless the first one hits, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't even.
Oh my gosh.
I missed both.
You miss both times. You point you point the first one and like miss just barely by his shoulder, and then the second one, you just like you do the same thing where you end up shooting like far out to the left because you pull the trigger way before like you actually aim at him.
Just because I feel like this would be good. As soon as I shot the first one, I'll like quick say that was a warning shot, and then I'll shoot the other one. Clearly.
Okay.
Kidding. Those are both warning shots.
Are you gonna do that?
Work, but.
Okay. I mean, all right.
Dang, this guy's got
doesn't work this time.
Philip Steele. All right, I'll take this shot.
Or you just have been rolling really low. I mean, that's another option. He points the gun back at you, and he's like, "Enough tricks. Hands on your head. Get out on the ground."
I just like not even do anything. I'm just gonna like look at him. Maybe even smile a little bit.
Are you gonna try to intimidate him?
I'm just gonna say I'm not moving.
He's gonna like step a step closer and be like, "Get on the ground."
Oh, decisions. I don't know if there's anything I can do at this point.
He's really close to you now, like within 3 or 4 feet.
I try and like duck and grab his, like run at him and
you
duck his gun.
You want to charge him?
I'm gonna duck him and charge.
Okay. Are you charging straight or are you moving out of the way of the
I'm
gun?
ducking the gun. Does he have it aimed in my head, I would assume?
Okay, yeah.
It
Okay,
work?
yeah, you charge at him. Um, you duck down and charge and like bull rush him.
Yeah, but I have a
Uh,
good amount of strength. This better work. Dexterity.
you like hit him and knock him back, but he doesn't fall over. You're like grappling him now though.
I'm really close. He can't really shoot me at this point, can he?
No, I mean unless he gets the the gun like up underneath. It's not a big gun. It's like a hand
Well,
pistol.
he can't if I'm under his arm. But okay, well at least I have him a little like in a better spot. I might be able to try and. Oh, if I have two guns in my hand, that's not going to help.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. We're in combat now, but it's your turn first. So you do have boot jets.
Oh yeah, that's true. Does he have boot jets?
Oh, no. And he does well. Novacore don't have boot jets. They have like they have what are they called? Jetpacks. That's what they're called. But he doesn't have one of those either.
Oh, neat.
He's just the pilot.
So did I like fly up a little higher? Yeah.
While holding him or dropping him?
Because what's he gonna do if he shoots me? He falls.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna just kind of fly up to like the ceiling.
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You fly like you're like touching the ceiling with your head almost, and just holding him up, and
wait for him to pass up.
He is freaking out. He's like, "Don't do anything! Don't drop me!"
Oh, now I have an upper hand, but what can I do?
You'd guess is that it's not high enough to kill him. It's just gonna hurt.
Do that then, well.
Odds or evens?
Even. Get unlucky again. It's got to be like chances are I'm gonna get this right and even.
You didn't this time.
Oh my gosh! What in the world? All right, what happened?
You notice that he actively does not drop the gun.
Oh boy. Well, I'm gonna say try and shoot me. I dare you.
He's like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
But
slow me down.
I just say drop the gun, and I won't hurt you.
Okay. Holy crap! You just nat 20'd on that. So you like, you freaking Gandalf him in the face. Like when Gandalf yells at Frodo, you're like, drop the gun and I won't hurt you. And he like drops the gun and maybe pees his pants.
That's what I was hoping.
You freaking intimidate him. He's terrified.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be true to my word, and I'm gonna lower back down. Ooh, not to the platform. I don't want to give him free access to the ship.
Okay. Where do you want to put him?
Well, I guess I'll.
The only flat.
Go to the very bottom where the container thingies are, or can I get there from?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the way that works is like the landing platform is just like a little bit like maybe 5 feet around, bigger than the ship, and then from the landing platform to the wall of the area is like a gap with no like railing or whatever because it's space. Who puts railings up? And once you go like underneath the landing platform, you see it's being held up by like a central pole. So that's how it's there. But it's like in the middle, so you can get down to the bottom. That's where the first guy that you shocked fell.
All right. Well, I'm assuming I don't have much of an idea of where this E4 is.
Each cell is marked with like a letter and a number, so it's just a manner. What is it called? Whatever. It's a matter. It's a matter of looking for it. So I'm assuming you take that guy down and just drop him on the bottom.
Bring him into the E thing if I can find it.
Oh, okay.
He's my captain.
So
now.
Starting from the bottom, like underneath the landing platform, are the A's, and then going up the walls, it's like like a horizontal line, just like outside, and then going up the walls are the letters. So like A's at the bottom, and then B, C, whatever. So E is about at the same level as the landing platform.
Of course it is.
And then I'm assuming you look for
Yeah.
you're looking for E4, I
in the
think.
middle.
So you find E4.
Right.
Yeah. So like it's like level with the landing platform, and you find E4, and then on the side of E4, as with any of the containment fields, there is a little panel with a DNA scanner. So it's essentially like it's the size of like a finger, and it's like a fingerprint scanner, except it scans your DNA, because not all aliens have fingerprints or fingers.
All right. Well, I'm glad I brought him along. Oh, that might not help.
Yeah, he's the pilot.
He's
You don't know
authorized.
if he's
Yeah.
registered or not. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable that the guy that had the case though is
Yeah.
authorized.
Oh, nuts. He's the landing platform.
Are you gonna like put him down on the landing platform?
Yeah, I'm gonna put him down the landing platform.
You could just take.
I'm gonna land and then like throw him on.
Okay. I mean, if you don't want him to get in the ship or anything, you could just like take your gun and put it to his face and non-lethal him
No,
like
I
you did
need
the
him
other guy.
alive, or alive, awake. I don't know why. In case I need information, even though he's just a pilot.
Okay. So you put him down on the landing platform. Are you gonna tell him not to move or just set him down?
Like what I was thinking is we're gonna set down and like I'm gonna like push him so he falls like on his back or something with a gun pointed to him.
Well, you're gonna what?
Like not let him stand up, but like when I put him down, like put him down on his back, so he's laying
okay,
down.
and
He
point a
can't.
gun at him. Okay. Okay, yeah, he gets what you're trying to do, so he doesn't move. He like nods his head. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna move."
Oh shoot! Now I gotta hold him too. I gotta check what do I have on me here. I'm thinking, how am I gonna get his?
Okay.
What does he do?
Okay. So are you going over to the guy that had the case?
Yeah. I mean, keeping an eye on the guy, but
So as you're going over to the guy that's unconscious that had the case, off his belt you see like a communicator, essentially, a space walkie-talkie. It like turns on and it goes, "Sergeant, where are you? You're supposed to check in 15 minutes ago."
Oh boy.
Well, maybe not 15. You've only been here a few. You're supposed to check in like
Yeah.
5-10 minutes ago, whatever.
I could do that. What's the one they do in Star Wars? Where he's like trying to impersonate people.
You could try.
Shoot, I'm gonna have to just move quick. How quick can I move? I'm gonna smash it.
Okay. Are you gonna pick up the guy and take him over to the DNA scanner?
But oh, it's a question, random question. How fast do those subs move?
It was moving slowly when like it was approaching, but you assume that that's one, like a safety
Could move
precaution,
faster.
and two, just because they're not in a rush. Yeah, but it's essentially like a within planet like little starfighter.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at the guy, the pilot. And I'm gonna say sorry, circumstances changed, and set to a non-lethal. Both freaking guns, because I know I'm gonna miss. I know I don't have time to deal with him
Okay.
right now. I miss both.
What the heck? No, what the heck? All right, I rolled
Yeah.
2d20, right? One is a crit fail, and one is a
I got
crit
1 and a
success.
20.
What the crap? I rolled a 1 and a 2. What the heck? All right. One of them you terribly miss, like you shoot the other body, and one of them you shoot him straight in like between the eyes.
That's
What the
hilarious.
heck? I'm gonna say on the nat 20, he just goes down. He doesn't even need to do a check.
So sad I
What the
missed.
crap, man?
If I would have just hit the first
Okay.
one, I wouldn't have shot the second and looked cool. Now I can't.
So the first one, you like aim, but you keep doing that thing where as you're pulling it to point at him, you shoot in between, and you like end up shooting like the guy that fell down first
That's
again.
my last one. What
He's
do I
out
do?
for like another 4 hours.
I'm gonna look at that gun. I really need to work on that.
But the second one, you shoot him straight in the face, and he just goes
Perfect.
down. What now?
Well, yeah, I'll play it safe. I'm gonna try and drag or carry the body of the guy who had the container over.
All right. Oh gosh, you like you pick him up and try to move him, and he like slips out of your grip. Do
One
you
more
want to try
time.
again?
Go. Okay.
Okay, you're good. So you pick him up, like you dropped him the first time, so you get your arms like under his
Daddy.
armpits and like pull him over, and you're good this time. You get him over, and you put his finger on the DNA scanner. It like beeps and then unlocks.
All right.
Odds or evens?
No. Even. Let's make it interesting. It's not like everything has gone badly anyway.
Why? You have not rolled an evens at all.
This is weird.
So it beeps, and you think you're good, and can I get another odds or evens real quick?
Odd. I'm doing it. I give up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the containment field does open, but all of a sudden, the lights in the orb go red and start blaring, and an alarm starts going off. Burr, 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 burr.
I can't access the information at this point, can I?
No, you can access it. So essentially, like each of these containment fields, there's like an electric or like an energy field around
okay.
it. So that energy field disappeared, but the alarms still went off. You're not sure why. Well, actually, let's see if you know why. Yeah, you know that like if the guards don't open the containment field that they're like supposed to deliver to, the alarms go off. But you don't know why the containment field went down. You got lucky.
Hey.
So you can grab the case.
All right, I'm gonna grab the case. I'm gonna grab another one just cause.
You can grab two just because. You can easily grab two. 3 is kind of like trying to balance it in between the other two.
I'm gonna take 3. He's gonna like take the first one, look at the other one, and go okay, and then grab the other 2. Okay.
You dropped the third one.
I'm going with the 2. I'm gonna rock it straight back to the ship.
The hangar door is open, and all of a sudden water starts pouring in.
Oh no.
It's filling up really quick. Like the doors just open, and you've got about like 10 seconds before it fills up completely.
Inside the ship?
Yeah, but the door's open. It's full of water.
But will the ship work in the water?
You want to just get it?
Or do I know? I shouldn't know enough about ships, right?
Yeah, it should. Well, yeah, it should, because it's like a top of the line. Yeah. But like the whole inside of the ship is full of water.
Oh, it already filled up with water.
Yeah. Like in your decision making process, this water is filling up. It's almost full.
Darn. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to try and swim out if I can.
So you want to like just fly out with your boot jets
until it's enough water that I need to swim.
Okay. You start like flying, swimming, whatever, towards the roof, like where it's opening, and a Nova Corps starfighter just like comes over the entrance and stares directly at you. It's going to fire forth its stasis ray, which is essentially it's a what's it called, that ray that like pulls ships in? Freaking tractor beam. Yeah, it's like a tractor beam, but like it just holds you in place. Let's see if you can dodge it. You do not dodge it at all. So you're like really caught by surprise as this like Nova Corps starship just comes over you, and then you're in the stasis beam. That's what it was called, stasis beam. And then over like a big speaker like on the ship, kind of like how cop cars have like the big speaker. He says, "Peter Quill, you are under arrest for multiple crimes, including stealing from the secure data storage for the Nova Corps."
Oh.
And he starts flying you towards the surface. You can move within it, but you can't like move outside. Essentially, like you can move like your arms, well, kind of, and your legs. Yeah, you can move your arms and legs, but you can't like move forward or backward. You can move your head. Talk, whatever. So he starts flying you towards the surface. Once you get there, you like land like just on the edge of the city, like right where you dove in. You set down, and like a few Nova Corps troops come like just standing around, and they come around you. Yeah. One of them like jabs you with a electronic like stun stick, essentially. And oh yeah, you black out immediately. When you wake up, you are in a prison cell. You recognize. As far as its layout, it's kind of like a normal prison cell. Sorry, go ahead.
Or just...
You recognize that it is a prison cell.
Like,
you haven't been in this particular prison, but like you know what a prison cell looks like.
Like,
yeah.
Wow.
Not you recognize it specifically, but you recognize what it is. Sorry. As far as its layout, it's built kind of like, those classic stone prison cells. It's pretty much laid out like that, except the back wall is a giant window, and then where the bars normally would be is just an orange energy field, like the ones that were on the containment fields in the orb. Off to the side, there's like a flat, just plank essentially that is like your bed. And then in the corner is a little bowl that acts as your toilet.
Am I alone?
Okay. Yeah, you're alone. Do you want to look out the window? Okay. You look out the window, and from afar, from in space, you see the planet Xandar. And you realize, well, do you realize? Yes, you realize. You realize that you are in the space prison known as the Kiln. You know that the Kiln serves as Xandar's moon. Essentially what happened is years ago, Xandar was fighting the Skrulls. And during the war, the Skrulls end up destroying Xandar's moon. And so to keep tides in check, because Xandar is a water-based planet, they built a massive space prison that is now the Kiln. And it's a high-security space prison for most of the high-danger criminals of the universe. And that is where we will leave you.